things like that, but really give the fans at home a glimpse of sort of what goes on in a tournament, from behind the scenes to kind of preparation and all of that good stuff.
You were married to one of the players, I think.
Pardon me?
You are married to one of the
No, my company, Digital Coconut, helps them with their social media and all of the sponsorship as well.
Fine. I know you're shooting, but have you enjoyed the actual hockey?
Yeah, I play hockey myself, so it's a really awesome experience to come and work here, but also to get to watch some really high quality hockey.
First time to Guyana?
Yes, this is my first time to Guyana, and I hope to go to the falls after the tournament is done.
Spoke to your female coach. He thought it was a learning experience. Your men, to me, played maybe not up to their expectations.
Today, I think, was a bit of a tough game. I think they started off super strong, and they played their systems, and a few quick goals kind of had the team changing tactics. But other than that, this is their third ever international indoor game ever for Barbados. So each step is another progression and kind of improvement each game.
How much social media do you use?
So we have sort of a behind the scenes look at the team on Instagram and Facebook, and then we do a lot of work with our sponsors to make sure that their brands are really integrated into the community, with our athletes being ambassadors and sort of notable people at home, and also representing their country while they're away.
How about the treatment of the Barbados delegation, your hotel, your transport, your general organization?
Yeah, the tournament's been very well organized. We've been sort of, shuttled back and forth for our games. People are very accommodating when we want to stay and watch some extra matches and be able to support our women's team as well.
Right. Ice baths and all parts of this tournament. Your girls, your guys are in ice baths?
Yes. Yeah, they're doing ice baths after each game. It's usually about half the team really enjoys the ice bath and half the team despises it. So you get in there for 5 minutes, it's a bit of a painful experience, but it certainly helps the muscles the next day.
I was just about to ask you that. If I stick my hand in a glass of ice water, it's going to pain.
Yeah.
Is it painful?
Yeah, I think the first 30 seconds to 1 minute is the worst, and after that you don't feel too much. So it's just about getting in and suffering through the first part.
Well, it's happening. It's happening in cricket. Fast bowlers get ice baths.
Yeah.
But you want to say a few words to your hockey family at home?
Yeah, we're just really appreciative of all of the people that are supporting us. They're following us on social media and making comments, and to all the papers at home that have been sort of following the trip and giving people a glimpse of what we're doing here.
And if I may ask, what's the response to our streaming?
Yeah, people have been watching it live, so we make sure to give them the link every day. Even our sponsors, so we have a sponsor from Canada, AK Pro, that does all of our uniforms. They've been watching really closely to see how all the teams are doing. And Halib Orange is giving us vitamin C every day to keep the guys kind of going in this long tournament.
And have you seen anything of Guyana except Georgetown?
No, and even in Georgetown, we basically go from the hotel to the court and back, but we have met a very nice coconut vendor across the street from the hotel that we frequent every day, so we're looking forward to seeing him again tomorrow after the Diwali holiday.
All of Guyanese food.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, we've been really well fed while we've been here.
Well, keep enjoying the tournament, and best of luck with your campaign.
Thank you so much.
Right. Okay, we'll take a break. Mexico and Guyana warm up, and then we'll go back to I'm getting instructions that we have the Canadian coach. We have the U.S. coach with us. Atmosphere building up, the crowd is building up. Very happy USA coach. Maybe you like to put on your headpiece. Well, America is a multicultural society. Which is your Asian background?
My background?
Your Asian background.
You mean my team, right?
No, which part of the world are you originally from?
Okay. I born in China
China.
and I play for China.
In Beijing?
Yes, play outdoor.
In Beijing?
Yes.
Okay. You played at the national level in China?
Yes, I played 8 years outdoor national team for China.
How popular is hockey in China?
Before the regionally, I was playing with just a new team to build it up. As a men and women, only maybe minimum 200 people. Right now, I think just too many. As everywhere at the school, all play hockey.
Chinese football does come a long way. They're attracting a lot of international footballers. How popular is hockey in China?
Football is always popular for in the world. But in China, it's always hockey. It cannot compare with the football.
How long have you been living in the USA?
I think it's 18 years.
And how long it took you to get involved in hockey?
I came in this country, I married my husband. He has an international hockey experience. And I try to build in hockey and teaching the younger children and start the club. And I try to build them to can be an Olympic player that I can do.
Did you play in the US first before turning to coaching?
I didn't apply, I coach.
You coach?
Yes.
And how many countries you been to coaching?
At indoor, I've been to Europe. As a coach for USA, I'm the head coach there. I've been to Europe, Germany, South Africa. Then our team is very young, experienced.
What's the average age?
We have a 15 years old and a 16 years old on the team. Average age, I would say, under 20.
I've interviewed a number of people from the teams that have come into Guyana. They said that the tournament is well organized, that conditions are good, that they're happy with the hotel, the transportation. What is the American view of this tournament?
I'm very pleased. The tournament organization, they're organizing it very well. And also I'm very pleased to see the people around us very kind. And the hockey men and women get together like a big family. It's excellent to see that.
And what's the name of the hotel you all are staying at?
Good question. I don't even know.
Well.
I just know it's next to Marriott.
If you lost your way, you couldn't tell the taxi driver.
I know. The taxi driver were taking me there.
Well, whatever hotel it is, are you comfortable?
I'm very comfortable because it's the breakfast, dinner, lunch, swimming pool. They just service very well.
Last question. You won tonight. What's next for you?
Say it again.
You won tonight against your last opponent, Argentina. What's next for you?
Argentina is very, very experienced, very good team. It's very hard to beat. All the teams here is nobody weak. We are just a younger team in experience. We have the step by step. We have Canada ahead, and the Guyana team. They are very good too. I watched them play. I was very pleased. See Guyana women, Guyana, as a local team, very good.
I cannot thank you in Chinese, but I can say thank you very much for coming to talk to us because the world is listening to you from Australia to Argentina and all of America and Canada.
Thank you for my English.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
So we'll take a break. Guyana. Well, he's got my email. So I hope he will send me a picture. Or you will send me.
Yeah. He's my business partner in the business. Yeah. Let me spin.
I'm ready.
Whee! You're really?
I'm known as a West Indies cricket commentator. Yeah, my forte is cricket commentary. That's my So, how have you enjoyed the shopping? Have you been shopping?
I heard that there's a market next to our hotel almost.
Yeah.
That is very, very good for souvenirs.
Do you plan to buy any souvenirs for people?
I hope so. We'll see what there is. I saw some blank cricket bats that I think would look really cool painted.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Diwali. At this time, we'd like to welcome you to the match between Mexico and your home team, Guyana. For the Mexican team, we have number 1, Roberto Orozco. Number 3, David Pantoja. Number 4, Luis Solorzano. Number 5, Joshua Novello. Number 6, Christopher Vigueras. Number 7, Luis Aguilar. Number 8, Jesus Bezunza. Number 9, Roger Vera. Number 10, Paulo Perez. Number 11, Eduardo Vargas. Number 12, Jesus Fernandez. And number 13, Alan Bass. And for your Guyana team, number 1, Medroy Scotland. Number 2, Anthony Cole. Number 3, Hilton Chester. Number 4, Kareem McKenzie. Number 5, Marvin Dannett. Number 6, Rayon Branford. Number 7, Roy D. Branford. Number 9, Adaremi Simon. Number 10, Jamar Jasana. Number 11, Jason DeSantos. Number 13, Andrew Stewart. And number 14, Robert France. Your umpires for this evening, Diego Barbas from Argentina and Shane Lewis of Barbados. Please stand for the national anthem of Mexico. for the national anthem of Guyana.
Yes, Alan, we're back here again. We're back here again, witnessing the host nation, Guyana, coming up against Mexico. This is a must-win for Mexico to stay in the competition, and a win also for Guyana to press on to getting into the semi-finals or even making the finals of this competition. Your thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, if we look at the seeding of the teams, Guyana is ranked slightly higher than Mexico. But in saying that, I do think that the Guyana team has to play some very good hockey tonight. And I'm sure they could come out victorious if they concentrate on the task at hand and play some very good hockey. Mexico, a defeat against Mexico, or a win against Mexico is not beyond their reach.
All right. Well, Guyana would need to come out playing aggressive hockey from the start. They're the host nation. They have a lot of support in here, and I don't think they can ask for more. So they will definitely have to come out aggressive, get the crowd behind them, put the pressure on Mexico, and hope for a big win tonight. On the floor, the Guyana starters, we see Hassano, we see Brantford, we see Mr. France, and
Kareem, right back.
Guyana is in possession of the ball. Number 4 for Guyana. Number 4 for Guyana.
That's Kareem,
Mackenzie coming away with the ball on the right side. Tries to go deep to Mr. France. France would have lost possession, so Guyana has a long corner now. This is Mackenzie. Guyana tried to go through the middle to Hassano. Mexico in possession, applying the back two. This is Brantford being aggressive, trying to come out aggressive here. Guyana seems to be applying the early pressure. See if they can break Mexico. This is Mackenzie with the ball for Guyana on the right side. Passes the ball to Hassana. Hassana turns, goes through the middle, tries to find France. And an excellent shot by Brantford. And the ball just went wide. So Mexico now will bring it out from the back. Mexico applying the back two. Ball was passed from left to right. Hit out of bounds by Bradford. This is Mexico again. Pressure is being applied by France. Mexico will go deep right side. Guyana now will gain possession of the ball. This is Mackenzie now. Back over to number 5. That is Marvin Domet. He tries to find Bradford. Bradford loses possession. Mexico's come through the middle. Now Bradford comes through away with the ball. France with a try, and the ball goes just wide. Excellent come to play by Guyana so far.
Well, Guyana seems to have settled into this game very well, so I must admit, quickly, that's the sort of game I'd like to see from them tonight, from Jump Street, playing, taking the game to Mexico.
And a goal by France. Excellent quick hockey.
8-1, straight down the middle, and France is sticking the stick out. Very simple hockey.
Very simple hockey. Very good counter-attacking by Guyana. That is Domet. player on the European circuit, playing from the back, slipping the ball too quickly. France with a glide in, and it is one. And then
Number two.
And then France again with number two. It is 3 minutes into the game, and Guyana leads 2-0. France with a double. Another quick play by Guyana. Stole the ball from the Mexicans deep in the left side of the D, and Guyana counteracted. France with a quick flick again. Guyana again putting pressure on the, and this is 1-2 play there by Guyana. A quick 1-2 play by Guyana. There's a collision of heads by Bradford and one of the Mexican defenders. Both players are down on the ground.
Seems to have been a clash of heads.
Yes, it is.
Let's hope they're both okay. Nothing major. Both physios are on the field, looking into the injured players.
And it is rather unfortunate because Guyana was applying a lot of pressure, and for the game to be stopped at this point in time. Both players are up on their feet. One player seemed to be struck on his teeth. The Mexican player is struck on his teeth. Seems as though they're
Seems to be a
looking
little bit
to.
more injured than the other player from Guyana. Let's hope he's okay. He looks though, he's on his feet. That seems to be slightly winded. And the umpires asking one of the ball boys to come on and do a bit of mopping. Possibly there's some water on the floor, which could be very dangerous.
Or blood, because it looked as though his mouth was bleeding.
Well, if
The
he's
umpire,
bleeding,
the umpire is
the
sending him off.
captain, number 13, he will have to come off.
The umpire is sending him off because he's bleeding. So they'll have to get the blood sorted from him. And then, so Mexico had to make an early substitution. Mexico with the ball on the left side. This is France again, a very busy player, Mr. Robert France. This is Hassano coming through the middle with the ball. Hassano dribbles one in the Mexican defense. In the D, he is with the ball. He tries to whip it out. Mexico now wins possession, comes away with it. Goes past, and it's a try at the number 9 by Mexico, and he just hits the ball wide of the mark. So Guyana breathe a sigh of relief there. This is Domit now with the ball. Passes to Hassano. Hassano tries to dribble. He's been surrounded by 2 Mexican defenders. Hassano comes away with the ball quickly, pushes it, well saved by the goalkeeper, and it resulted in a short corner. Hassano was quick to react, using the self-play to great advantage, and he managed to get a shot off, but the ball rebounded from the goalkeeper in a dangerous manner, which resulted in a short corner for Guyana. Now Guyana, what do you think are the chances?
I've seen Guyana practice some of their short corners. They have a pretty good system with the short corners. Hopefully it will click and it should result in a goal. Unfortunately, it does not. The ball passed straight through the 2 players, and ball is being played from left to right.
Yes. So we have Jason DeSantos on the floor now. This is Hassano. Hassano now is back in the defensive position. He passes to Jason DeSantos on the left side. Jason tries to weave his way around. This is France now, deep in the left side of the right side of the Mexican defense. He tries to flick, and the ball goes into the side netting. So Mexico now will come away with the ball. This is Mackenzie now. Mackenzie wins possession, tries to find France. The ball was intercepted. And this is Mexico now coming away with the ball. Mexico, number 10 for Mexico, tries to go deep right side. This is Hassano dribbling his way through. Pass 1, pass 2. Hassano on his way, all by himself. He shoots. Played a bit selfishly there. He had Jason DeSantos where he could have squared the ball to, and he went for glory, and he just went just wide of the goal. But an excellent play there by Hassano.
I just think he could have been a little bit more unselfish and passed the ball across the goal. Possibly could have resulted in another goal. But he didn't, and the game is on.
And this is Jason DeSantos having a shot from a pass from Hassano, but was saved by the goalkeeper. Ball goes out into bounds. Mexico comes away with the ball now. This is number 9 for Mexico with the ball. Passes it back to number 3. This is DeSantos, Jason DeSantos from Guyana, blocking the ball. The ball going into touch. Mexico now with the ball. Mexico, number 6 with the ball, dribbling from left to right. And he was fouled by Mackenzie. No, in fact, it's Guyana's ball. This is Domet with the ball. He's now on the right back position. They've switched position, himself and Mackenzie. Pass to Mackenzie, Mackenzie back to Domet, Domet back to Mackenzie. Guyana has possession deep into their own half. Domet back to Mackenzie, Mackenzie off the board, finds Chester. Chester, the substitute just came on, weaving his way through. A nice little play by Chester. This is Domet. Domet tries to go deep through the middle. The ball just eluded Jason DeSantos. And this is Chester, number 3. And Jason DeSantos. And the 2 strikers. And Stewart was also came on for Guyana. Number 13. This is Mackenzie now. Tries to find Chester. Chester tries to weave his way through.
Andrew Schultz, one of the new players in midfield, playing at number 13.
Yes. But he's really a defensive player.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
By the moment he's playing in sort of holding position in midfield.
Okay, yes. This is Mexico now, trying to come away on the right side now. Passes the ball across. It's an interference by number 5, raising the ball. This is Mackenzie now, back in his usual position at right back, number 4 for Guyana. This is Domet. This is Stewart. Back to Domet. This is Mackenzie. Mackenzie tries to go deep. No one is there. Chester didn't seem to read the pass. And the pressure now seems to be just somewhat off of Mexico a bit, with a few substitutions by the Guyanese coach. All right, this is Chester again. Chester tried to use the advantage play. Your thoughts on the substitution so far? It seems to be taking some of the pressure off of the Mexicans a bit.
Well, I just think that we've changed too many players at this point in time when we seem to be in front.
And this is Jason DeSantos with an excellent goal. Jason DeSantos had a forced shot. The ball came back out and he went around the goalkeeper and shot wide of him. So Guyana now 3 goals up. And that's Jason DeSantos at one of his most clinical shots. Diving and throwing himself wrong. Excellent tackle by Mackenzie, trying to get around the Mexican defense. And he was fouled. This is Domet. Goes wide to Mackenzie. Mackenzie tries to glide it into the D, but it went off into touch. This is Mexico now. Being pressured by Chester. Ball to Domet down the middle. To Jason DeSantos wide outside on the left. Mexico stole the ball. Come away now deep on their right side. In the Guyana left side of the defense. This is Stewart winning possession to Jason DeSantos. DeSantos trying to dribble his way all the way down. Dribble 1, dribble 2. Gains the advantage, but the umpire calls for an obstruction. And this is Guyana making
numerous
a few substitutions again. You have the Bradford brothers now on the floor. 2 brothers on the Guyana team.
And Andrew Stewart is resuming his original position in defense.
And this is Stewart back now in the defense. So it's Stewart and Bradford in the defense, and another Bradford in the midfield. This is Hassana picking it up in the middle. Hassana passes quickly, but the ball was raised.
It's raised into
so it's an infringement against Guyana. Guyana now seems to be implying a little more faster combination here on the floor. This is Stewart now in defense, wins possession. In fact, loses possession. Now Mexico gets a push. Mexico going back deep into the right side of their game. Mexico now still in possession. This is Bradford. Bradford to Bradford. And it's a corner. Bradford guided the ball onto the Mexican defender's leg, and he was standing in the D. So it's a penalty corner for Guyana.
Well, I do hope that Guyana can work this corner much better than the first one they acquired a few minutes ago. Hopefully this could be converted into another goal. We'll see. I'm sure the Mexicans have another script to this because they're going to defend this as much as humanly possible.
And this is Stewart, the stick stopper. Bradford, the flicker, and we have Hassano as another flicker. Excellent save by the Mexican keeper. The shot was high and was well saved by the Mexican keeper. This is Hassano. And an excellent deflection by Bradford. The ball was passed from his brother, the defense straight down the middle. He made a deflection, but it went just wide. This is Mexico now. Guyana applying the whole court pressure. This is Hassano tackling. Wins possession deep in the left side of the Guyana part of the court. This is Bradford. Bradford to Stewart. Stewart to Bradford. Bradford to Hassano. Hassano squares the ball. An excellent goal by France. Excellent bit of ball movement by Guyana.
We're seeing a much better movement from the Guyana team up front, which resulted in a beautiful goal. I hope they continue in this vein with the movement. Once you move around the hockey pitch in 7-a-side, 6-a-side, it creates space.
And this is another
and
try
results in goals.
Another try by France resulted in a long corner for Guyana. This is Stewart losing possession. Mexico now will come away with the ball. We score 4-0 in favor of Guyana. 7 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in this half. Guyanese with a good cushion, a good lead, playing with a lot of confidence. And this is Bradford, this striker Bradford. And he passes the ball in an excellent pass, but wasn't properly read by France. And the Mexican defense is not looking too sturdy at the time.
Timeout called by Mexicans.
And the Mexicans now would have called the timeout. And I think the Guyanese now, with the crowd behind them, cheering them on, only could do better from here.
Well, so far they've been playing an excellent brand of hockey, which from training sessions which I've seen and set plays which they've, learned during those sessions, we've just seen one of them take effect, which resulted in a goal with France. But in saying that, the pace at which they're playing with, I think this is what's affecting the Mexicans more than ever, because they seem not to be able to cope with the pace that the Guyanese are coming at them with. And if they can keep up this, you have to be super fit to keep up this pace, and the Mexicans will be in lots of trouble.
Yes, I fully agree with you. The Guyanese are attacking pretty soundly, and they're getting the attacks together. And we see with Bradford and France at the top, an excellent combination, because they play club hockey together. An excellent pass again by Bradford. And this is France turning and shooting, but it was called for the infringement against him. This is Hassano. Hassano to Bradford. Bradford now moves back to Hassano. Hassano back to Stewart. Stewart to Bradford. Bradford shoots. It comes off the post. Ball rebounds back. Mexico tries to come with a counter-attack. This is Hassano spins, a beautiful spin move. Passes the ball to France. France scores an excellent reverse shot. Excellent reverse shot. 5-0. A beautiful play started by Hassano in the center of the court, and France finishing off with an excellent flick. The Mexicans now, I guess they're a bit shell-shocked. They're still playing though. The Mexican team look pretty young team.
Oh yes, they're a pretty young team. And most of the female teams that came to this tournament, if you notice, there's that little element of it, of young players who are blooding into the international scene.
And another goal again by Hassano. Excellent excellent
Guyana
combination
scored again.
between Hassan and France. 1-2 play resulted in Hassan scoring his first goal. And Hassan at this level was an excellent player. For Guyana the last time around when Guyana won the bronze medal. This is Mexico coming through the middle. Mexico still in possession, trying to go deep. And this is Guyana now making a few more substitutions. This is Mackenzie has possession. He passes the ball to France. France tries to go deep on the right side, but no one was cutting through, and the ball went into touch. Mexico now will come away with the ball. Mexico coming on the right side. This is Chester. France steals the ball, comes through with a shot, saved by the goalkeeper. This is Mexico coming again with the ball. Well tackled by Chester, showing some kind of aggression. Chester seems to be the baby in the Guyana team. He looks pretty small in stature, and he also looks pretty small in age too. But this is Mackenzie trying to dribble his way out, loses control. Ball is being won back by Mexico. Have it deep in the right side of the court. Tries to come out, and ball is back now with Guyana. Domet now plays over to France. France back to Domet. France now has been in a defensive position now. This is Domet trying to dribble his way through. Passes the ball through the middle. And this is Mexico having a chance. And the ball has gone into touch. A Mexican player has been cautioned for his aggressive play and sent off via the yellow card. So he will be off for another few minutes. And Mexico will have possession of the ball just on the halfway line. So Mexico with a man down. Mexico. And here they go now. Tackle. This is Chester. Chester passes to France. France now to De Santos. De Santos tries to dribble, loses possession to the Mexican captain. The Mexican captain now tries to turn. Tackled by France, and it's infringement against Guyana. Mexico now comes away with it pretty quickly on the right side of the court.
Seems like another Mexican player will be sent off again.
Mexican has been sent off. This time he has a green card. So Mexico now is down with three outside players. So this is a big numerical advantage for Guyana, and they should capitalize on this right now. This is France to De Santos. De Santos trying to go deep. The ball is back onto Mackenzie. Mackenzie goes deep. Nobody is inside. This is Mexico now going to bring the ball out from the back. Mexico now back with four outside players on the court. They play with the green card.
Guyana still has the edge with the advantage.
Yes, Guyana still has the numerical advantage with players on the floor. And they seem not to be capitalizing on it.
For some strange reason, they seem not to be bothered about that advantage.
Yes, well, I guess they're probably conserving on energy. It's 2 minutes left in this half, and they have a 6-0 lead. This is Mackenzie trying a reverse scoop, and the ball has gone wide. This is the Mexican captain now turning deep in the Guyana's defense, left side. Guyana has regained possession.
I think there's an element of a bit of rough play creeping into the Mexican game, and they're not concentrating on playing clean hockey, unfortunately.
This is Domet now for Guyana to Mackenzie. Mackenzie back to Domet. Guyana seems to be enjoying the possession, moving the ball around. The Mexican seems to be totally at sea right now. Guyana having their best game so far in the tournament, goal-wise, And in terms of dominating the play with ball possession, this is Mexico now, trying to bring the ball out from their defense. This is DeSantos winning the ball deep in the right side of the Mexican defense, turning, can't get around the defense. Ball has struck France's foot, so it's an infringement against Guyana. This is Mexico now. Coming away with the ball, number 6 for Mexico, trying to turn and go deep into the left side of the Guyana defense. Mexico with possession now. And so far, we haven't seen the Guyana goalkeeper have anything much to do in this half.
No, he's not been called on to do anything so far. Let's hope if he has to, he'll keep up with the usual good work. In the last games that he's played in, he's been excellent.
Okay, but this is Guyana again, attacking deep in the Mexican half. Now back over into the Guyana half with Domet. Domet controlling the game, looking for the forward movement. There's none. He goes back deep to Mackenzie. Mackenzie now back to Domet, trying to go off the board. It's with Jason DeSantos now. Jason DeSantos trying to dribble, passes it back to Domet. Domet back to Mackenzie. Mackenzie back to DeSantos. DeSantos now trying to weave his way around, passes it back now.
They seem to be running the clock.
You know, and it's just 2 minutes left, 2 seconds, and that's the end of the first half. Guyana 6, Mexico none. So we'll hand you over to Mr. Reds Pereira.
Okay, the streaming continue as we will have a special interview with someone not directly involved in hockey, but who is the president of the Guyana Basketball Federation, Mr. Nigel Hines.
Then we have
And I must say that Nigel Hines has been watching each and every game. He's been spending hours watching this event. I haven't seen Nigel, I haven't seen any other president other than yourself. And of course, Philip Fernandez watching this event. Are you just a sporting fan, or you're looking at this venue because at some time basketball will come back here?
Well, Reds, it's great to have you here, a legend across all sports disciplines, not only in the Caribbean, but across the world. In terms of this sport, hockey, this is one of my foundation sports. I played this before I played basketball. So my first national team was, when representing Guyana, was in hockey.
And that goes back when?
Well, I made that team at, I was about 17 years of age, and I'll have to admit or give out my age now, and I made it in 1982. And we played against Barbados. So that was my first national camp.
And that was a friendly international here or in Barbados?
It was in Barbados. It was the first, it was an overseas friendly.
And if your teammates are still around?
Yes, many of them are still here. We have Alan Noir, the national goalkeeper. Well, when I started, they were Jeremy Roberts, but most of the guys are abroad now. Raul Wharton, Carter, and several others, but most of them migrated. What we have is like the second tier who are still around, which would include all the Fernandes in terms of David and Alan and Philip Fernandes. I also played with them. So I had a good stint at hockey, and this sports hall is a special place and brings back special memories because I particularly like indoor hockey.
Well, it brings back very special memories to me because George Henry Associates was the architect here. Myself and the late Bunny Fernandes spent many hours here with the young Ian McDavid in seeing the foundations, and slowly but surely the metal expansion. And here we are in 2017. I'm still alive and you were here with me.
That's right, and we benefited from the platform. We benefit from the platform that you built. And you know, let me take this opportunity to express our gratitude. And I would just like to comment on this event, this Pan American hockey tournament that brings together South Central and North America. A lot of us in Guyana don't realize the magnitude of what we're hosting. Maybe it hasn't been communicated across the media as it should have been. But to have the United States, Canada, Argentina, Mexico, Uruguay, Barbados, and Trinidad here in Guyana for an event, it's really unparalleled. At least in my recollection, I've never had an international tournament hosted here in Guyana where you have countries of that magnitude and the population size and that level of exposure, and that have a sports culture that is deeply embedded. And I think it can only do well for not just for hockey, but for all sports. And I would like to encourage all the listeners in Guyana to come out and watch this event.
Nigel, you're really testing my memory. If I have to throw one at you, I will think one of the Caribbean table tennis championships where we had Santo Domingo, we had Venezuela, we had Mexico. Just maybe table tennis, but I'm not saying yes.
Yeah, I may have seen that if that was in the mid-80s. But my thinking is there was no North American team, just it was Central and South American. I remember the Santo Domingans being here.
And they were very good.
Exceptional. I think they may have won the... no, I think the Cubans won the championships, at least for the women, if I recall correctly. But yes, it's still great to have these teams here.
My last question before the commentators take over: when next you think basketball will come back here?
Well, we have the National Club Championship starting in November, and that will be how we'll finish the year with the road to Mecca 4.
All right, Nigel, thank you very much for watching, being supportive, and being part of the broadcast this evening.
Thank you, Reds.
My pleasure. Well, we'll have time to see the second half starting with Guyana leading Mexico 6-0. Time to go back to our commentators who've done a wonderful job.
Thank you, Reds. Here we are about to start the second half. Guyana leading 6-0. Mexico in possession of the ball deep in their half, trying to come through the middle. Hassano engaging the Mexican. Guyana has won an infringement. And this is Hassano. So Bradford tries to go deep to France. France has a shot, it's saved by the goalkeeper. This is Bradford again with a hard flick. Well saved by the Mexican goalkeeper. This is Guyana getting a long corner. This is Domet now. Passes the ball over to Mackenzie. Mackenzie back to Domet. Domet goes through the middle to Hassana. Hassana tries to find Bradford. Intercepted by the Mexicans. Well tackled by Mackenzie. Wins the ball, tries to go deep. Now he finds France. France passes the ball onto the feet of the Mexican. And Guyana has won themselves a penalty corner in the second minute of the second half.
Well, conversion of these penalty corners is essential. And I think that somehow tonight, with a 20% ratio, Guyana needs to increase that to about at least 60-70%, and we need to score more penalty corners. Let's see if they'll do that. Here we go.
This is France now to take the push out. He pushes it out to stick stop by Hassano, flicked by Bradford, and the ball just went wide in the upright. So this is Mexico again, trying to bring the ball out. Hassano now intercepts, tries to go deep in the right side of the left side of the Mexican defense. And this is Domet going deep right side, which is the left side of the Mexican defense. Passes the ball to Hassana. Hassana had a shot and it goes well saved by the goalkeeper. So that resulted in a long corner for Guyana. This is Mackenzie. Mackenzie to Domet. Domet off the boards. Finds Bradford. Bradford spins. He has 4 Mexicans around him. Back to Bradford. Back to Domet. Passes to Mackenzie, who tries to fight France in the middle. Broken up by the Mexicans. Now the Mexicans are on the counter-attack. This is Bradford. Domet now with the ball. This is Domet. Domet goes deep. Back to Mackenzie. Back in the Guyana half. Mackenzie now with the ball. He finds Asana. Asana goes deep to France. France tries to square the ball. Saved by the goalkeeper. And it's a long corner for Guyana. It's a long corner for Guyana. Mackenzie to take it. Passes it in deep to Bradford. Bradford tries to spin and has fouled the ball. This is Mexico now on the counter-attack. Asana now wins it back. Dribbles one. Glorious dribble. Down to Bradford and an excellent goal by France. Excellent goal by France. It was going in any event, but he still had the presence of mind to put his stick to get a deflection in.
I think him being the consummate poacher that he is, he just couldn't resist putting his stick on it.
Yeah. Okay. So, normalcy would have resumed there. Guyana now scoring again, 7-0. I think the Mexicans were beaten by one of the other teams 14-0. So we don't know if Guyana could beat that record by beating the Mexicans more than 14-0.
I'm not too worried about creating records. I'll just be happy with a good win from the Guyana team and an excellent performance.
And another excellent goal by France.
And another Pouch's goal.
Another excellent
France
goal.
seems to be at his best tonight.
Yes.
Creating space in the circle and just putting the stick, and the rest is history.
Yes. This is just under 5 minutes in the second half. And the Guyanese have already scored 2 goals. France with both. This is the Mexicans now, trying to inch their way forward. Infringement by France. Mexicans get the ball just over in the Guyana half of play.
I think if you notice, the Mexicans are trying to slow the game down because they can't cope with the constant pace that the Guyanese are coming at. And I think they prefer to have it played at a much more slower pace. Which makes sense. If that's your forte, you don't want to have the ball coming at you 24/7. You try to slow it down so as to be in control.
Somehow the Mexican team looks to me a pretty young team. They look like probably under 21s or something like that. Probably they're in the process of grooming a future indoor team, because I don't really recall Mexico playing that great at the indoor level. I know they're pretty good outdoor, but in the indoor level, I don't think they're all that good. And that's been reflected here in their performance. And another goal by France. This time off the assist from Stewart. So Guyana now 9. And France seems to be enjoying a goal fest here tonight. This is the Mexicans now. Somewhat shell-shocked, but still trying nevertheless. Guyana all over the Mexicans. Guyanese all over the Mexicans.
I guess what you're not seeing from the Mexican team is one of their players deciding, I'm going to slow this down, I'm going to be the playmaker, and try to create something for the Mexicans. We're seeing individual skills from a few players, but nothing really creative.
Oh, and another goal. This time it was missed by France and cleaned up by Bradford. Excellent 1-2 possession. So the score is 10. So, Alan, you were saying that you were not interested in records, but this definitely looked like a record to be broken here tonight.
Well, you see, I'm a pure hockey player. I would take a win, whether it be 14-0, 1-0, 5-0, 6-0. I'll be satisfied with that. I just want to see Guyana play some good hockey and move forward in the tournament.
But I think this is good for Guyana because they're leading and they're continuing to score goals. This will only help in enhancing their confidence, because they had a game where their confidence was pretty low, where they had lost. So this here now will build up their confidence and give them a sense of assurance and drive some amount of fear in some of the other opposing teams that this team could play hockey.
I agree with you 200%. The hockey that we're seeing being played here tonight, not because you're playing a younger team. You're seeing the ball moving. You're seeing a lot of movement with the triangular shape, which is not really prevalent in Guyana, but you're seeing a lot of movement, and you're seeing goals resulting from those movements. If we can play like this against our next opponents, which are Argentina, I would love to see the result of that game.
Yeah.
And I don't think you could predict that right now.
Yes, I think
both teams are in a situation where they must win.
Yes, this will go well for them. This will definitely boost their confidence and try and propel them up the ladder. And this is Mexico again now with it, coming deep. And the Guyanese are all over them. This is a press, a full court press. This is France again, enjoying his best. And I think that was a bit selfish there by him because the goalkeeper was covering the post and he still tried to go through all alone. But it resulted in a long corner. And this is him again. This is now short to Bradford. And another goal by France. Another goal by France. Just running all the way in the goal with the ball this time. Excellent ball movement by Guyana. Score now 11 with just over 11 minutes remaining in half.
Well, it seems like you're going to get your prediction because with 11 minutes to go and the score being 11-0, I can only see more goals coming. Well, it seems like a Mexican player has been sent off. He's been given a yellow card, which means he'll be off for a pretty long time.
Yes, so Guyana has the numerical advantage again. So this should result in a few more goals. But there's Jason DeSantos on the floor as well now. And Jason DeSantos trying to be aggressive, pop the ball up. And I don't know if the Guyana coach is trying to signal to the umpires for change to probably bring in his reserve goalkeeper. But I see him sitting again now. So it looks as though he's not going to make that change with the Guyana second keeper. Anyway, this is Guyana with possession in the form of Domet. Domet tries to find
DeSantos.
Jason DeSantos. And this is Bradford. Bradford in possession now. Tries to go deep in the middle of the court. Mexico intercepts, comes away with the ball, squares it, and resulted in a penalty corner for Mexico. One of the few penalty corners they would have had in this game so far. Let's see if they can make something out of it. Also, what I'm noticing, Alan, is the absence of one of the local players. I'm seeing him on the reserve bench without the uniform on.
I've been told that he has an injury, and there is the possibility that he will take no more part in the tournament, sadly. He's one of our key players. I don't know how serious his injury is. Hopefully, I'm told, let's hope the information that I've been given is not necessarily reliable, but I'm told that he's injured.
Okay. All right. And there's Mexico now taking the corner from the left side of the Guyana goal. They don't have a stick stopper. They're just going to stop straight.
Unfortunately, the Mexicans seems to not capitalize on these short corners. They have a funny setup for short corners on a normal basis.
And there's it now, the short corner is flicked high over the goal. And Mexico also has, well, they had 3 players on the court. I don't know if they had a penalty infringement against them.
Number 11 was sent off. He's been given a yellow card. It seems like that he's okay to come back on now because he's off the bench in front of the officials, which is where you normally sit when you're sent off.
Yeah. And so Mexico has called a 1-minute timeout. And it seems as though Guyana is going to make the substitution with their goalkeeper as well. Mr. Tony Cole will be making his first appearance in the tournament for Guyana, the reserve goalkeeper. At the same time, Guyana is making a few more substitutions because we see the other Bradford coming on and Mr. Chester has been returned to the court.
And Mr. Stewart has been reverted back to his usual position in defense.
In defense, yes. So with 9 minutes, 19 seconds to go on the clock, Guyana leading 11 goals to nil. Not a pretty usual score you will see at the international level, but nevertheless, these things do happen sometimes. This is Bradford with possession on the left side of the Guyana's court. Tries to find Stewart again, back to Bradford, back to Stewart. Stewart tries to go through the center. Well saved by Tony Cole. Well saved by Tony Cole. His first engagement in the game resulted in an excellent save. A poor pass by Stewart. And the Mexican number 9 almost had their first goal. This is Mexico again, coming away on their right side, which is on the left side of the Guyana side of the court. Jason De Santos with possession. De Santos now passes the ball over to Stewart, all alone by himself. He tries to find Chester. Chester has caused an infringement, so Guyana loses possession. Mexico has possession. Mexico deep on the right side. Defender being tackled there by De Santos and Chester. The ball goes out back to De Santos. De Santos tries to spin, trying to do too much. The ball goes into touch. So this is a weaker combination, if you want to put it that way, by the Guyanese on the floor, and they've gained the penalty corner. It'll be interesting to see who will be the flickers and who will be the pushers for the penalty corner, because this is not the usual set of guys who are on the floor. It's going to be Bradford to take the push out. Stick stopped by...
Well, if I'm looking at this with regards to the form book, Jason is a person who is going to be taking that drag flick. This is something that he does regularly. Let's hope that he executes perfectly.
Well, let's see. This is Bradford, pushes it out. Drag flick by Jason, but it didn't go high. Well saved by the goalkeeper. Guyana regains possession just inside the Mexican half. This is Stewart. Stewart turning, going deep, trying to find Chester. Chester misses, the ball goes into touch. So it's Chester and De Santos at the top. And it's Bradford and Stewart at the back. And Asano playing the midfield. Jason De Santos trying to find Chester deep through the center. He didn't read the play well. The ball went off into touch. This is Mexico now trying to come away with the ball. Intercepted by Guyana. This is Chester trying to weave his way around the defender. Bradford fighting for it. Guyana's ball just outside the Mexican D. Ball's played back deep into the Guyana half by Bradford to Stewart. Stewart whips the ball across. And an excellent goal! An excellent goal by the young Chester. I think that's his first goal for the night. And the first goal for the tournament for him.
Second for him.
Second goal? Well, yeah, second goal, but the first for tonight. Guyana now leads 12 goals to nil. 5 minutes, 57 seconds left on the clock. This is Stewart to Bradford. Bradford rips it off the floor. Jason De Santos gets the ball, tries to go all alone.
Results in a penalty corner.
And this is a penalty corner. The ball was raised. Excellent performance by Guyana. Again, gaining another penalty corner. So it's going to be Bradford taking the push out. Stewart with his stick
This should be an interesting penalty corner.
And this is...
I think we might see a little trick from the Guyana players.
Yes, this is De Santos.
Not the usual drag flick.
Corner wasn't properly taken at all. The ball came off the legs of Stewart. Mexico now tries to come away on their left side. Play broken up by Chester. Guyana preparing to make two substitutions.
if you notice, this pace that the Guyana team is playing is more suited to the Mexicans. And the Mexicans are having a wee bit more possession of the ball because they prefer to have the ball played slow.
Well, it could have also been as a result of the combination that was on the floor.
Well, we've
Now
just
we're
made
gonna see-
several changes,
Yes.
bringing back on the same 5 that had started the game
Yeah.
with the up-tempo, so chances are the level will be increased.
Yes. So this is Domet now trying to weave his way around the Mexican attacker. This is Mackenzie now to Bradford. Bradford tries to find France. France did not get possession of the ball. Guyana gained the ball just outside of the D4. And an excellent try by Bradford. Shot which resulted hitting the Mexican on his foot.
Penalty
And
corner.
now it's a penalty corner for Guyana.
I think the other umpire on the far side missed it, but his colleague here pointed it out to him. A little bit late, but got there in the end.
So this time it's going to be France. It's going to take the push out for the penalty corner. Stick stop by Hassano. And the 2 flickers is Bradford and Domet. Domet the first flicker, Bradford the second flicker. Comes out. Oh, and an excellent try. This time the ball hitting the post off of France's stick. Another soft shot in by Domet this time. And the ball goes into touch by Guyana. This is Hassano on the right side. Back to Mackenzie. Mackenzie back to Domet. They're applying the diamond. The Mexico intercepts. Mexico only have 2 men forward though. Guyana has 3 defenders back. Guyana then gains possession. Guyana comes away quickly with it. Intercepts by Mexico. Mexico defender number 10 dribbling all his way through. Gets an infringement against him. Wins possession again. Makes a pass, comes off the board. Intercepted by Bradford. Bradford wins the ball back. And an excellent piece of dribbling by Bradford. Over to Hassano. Hassano flicks, saved by the goalkeeper. And the ball goes into touch for a long corner. So Guyana has gained the long corner. Domet to take it. Here's Mackenzie wide, calling fit. Ball goes wide to Mackenzie. Mackenzie enters the D, takes a shot. And strikes the defender on his shoulder. Dangerous against Mackenzie. Mexico now tries.
The clock's ticking down. It's 1 minute, 28
ball.
seconds left.
And it's under 2 minutes remaining in the game. It doesn't seem as though Guyana is going to break this record. Nevertheless, it's a handsome win for them. Hassana now comes away with it quickly to Domet. Domet squares. Mexico now comes away. This is Mackenzie now trying to find Hassana deep. Mexico wins back possession. Under a minute remaining in this one. Guyana has safely won, has a comfortable victory. And they hasn't gone past the record number of goals scored against Mexico, which was 14. And Guyana, nevertheless, having a good game, enjoying a good game. This is Mexico now with the ball, deep on the right side. This is France again. And this is France, could have scored again. And he misses again.
I think he tried to walk the ball into the goal.
France
Sadly.
had an opportunity where he could have scored again before the game came to a close. And he wasted it, but now he tried. And this time, Mexico breaks it up. And Guyana, we can safely say, has won an interesting game, winning 12 goals to 0. A wonderful game. Your thoughts quickly on the game, Alan?
Comfortable win for Guyana. They played good hockey. Only thing I can think about that's not been done by the Guyana team, short corners were not as sharp, and they need to do some work on that. But very good game tonight. Good win.
Okay, Alan. And I must say congratulations to Guyana. They played excellent. They played well. The Mexican team is a pretty young team, but nevertheless, a win is a win. And Guyana has done pretty well. They have given the local supporters what they were looking for in the form of a victory. In the form of a victory. So I can say congratulations to Guyana.
Well, we're trying to line up some interviews. Well, I'm sure.
I think it was a wonderful game by Guyana just now. Red, your thoughts on the game?